lists as one in the poll. After this, we'll do Neeb versus Winter, and we will be able to then kind of reassess. We might have some more replays after that to actually do a little bit more of, if you guys fancy some more games. We just want to bring you guys as many games as possible, and that's what we're doing right here as we kick it off to the top left-hand side of the map with our red Terran player from Team Liquid. It is uThermal. Bottom right-hand side, our blue Protoss player. It is Nice. Repo with just the top two choices. Well, we can just cast both. Like, it's not kind of about which one we're not going to cast. It's like, if there's two series you guys really want to see, we will cast both series. You know, if all of these series had a lot of votes, we would cast all of them. Like, I want to show you guys the games you want to see, and just cast as long as I can cast for the day, basically. I mean, the more I cast, the happier I am, because I didn't get to cast yesterday, so I'm making up for lost time. You know? You're going to see this gateway coming down in the main. We're going to be seeing, obviously, again, guys, we are on replays now. All of these games were played about, you know, within the last 2.5 hours. Basically, all the series were played kind of, you know, groups of games were played at the same time. We casted as many live as we could, and now we're taking the replays to bring you guys extra games, extra action, rather than just straight up telling you the results. Probe going to come into the main base in a moment. Reaper is on the way out of this barracks. I'm just going to be seeing the orbital on the way up. Early game, an expansion from Nice, an expansion from uThermal, and this TvP sets up into a fairly standard first couple of minutes. So first expansion's coming down, nothing crazy on those. Look to see where we go from here. CC is on the way up. We're going to see that reactor coming down on the barracks and the factory starting on up as well. And we just wait to see what the first tech choice of the game will be from Nice, because that is generally the tech choice which allows us to really see what's you know, what goes on in all of this, and what the sort of early game is really going to be. A lot of the time the Terran player can be the aggressor and sort of change things up, but even when the Terran player is the aggressor, the tech choice of the Protoss really changes how they defend. The tech choice of the Protoss just becomes so important as to how the game plays out. So Stargate, it will be obviously a very standard way to open, probably some oracles to try and pressure early, and we'll see what might happen here over the next few moments. So Reaper coming down the right hand side. I'm just going to be looking to just have a little bit of a peek around, see what it can get up to. So Reaper will just hop up. Adept will start to work its way through that Reaper. Already starting to do a nice little bit of damage there, so Reaper now getting shut down. Probes get pulled in. And that'll be a nice little denial. Well, further information. Did the Reaper even get to see the Stargate? Ah, he did get to see the Stargate. Okay, well, Reaper gets the info in the end anyways, and that means uThermal will just set up into a very defensive build order now. Viking on the way up, the Widow Mine build, and a couple of Marines on the way out as well. A few of these Marines just gathering up down the low ground, and again a couple of Adepts gathering in at the center of the map also. Viking just over halfway done right now. Just going to be seeing these two Adepts just going to be shading on forwards. Two Adepts shading on forwards, just again looking to apply some pressure. There is Marines on the low ground, but up the ramp, yeah, these Adepts can move on through. Interesting that he actually stood on the ramp. I think I can understand sometimes stay on the ramp as, oh, Widow Mine helps out a lot there. Did he kill a single Marine? No. Wow. That's crazy. That means the Marines get back here in time for the Oracle. Another Widow Mine kills it off. uThermal, what a start to this for him. Perfect defense, losing a single SCV and a single Marine to that 2 Adept, 1 Oracle tack. Yeah, this is one of the weird ones. Like, I wonder why he stood on the ramp, because even if he keeps going further forwards, he pulls the Marines further out of position of the natural for the Oracle, and he gets a chance to work his way through some SCVs over here as well. Pretty interesting as we're going to be seeing the Oracle moving forwards now. Revelation does come down. Engineering bay in the back for uThermal. Couple of racks just on the way up. Twilight Council, Forge coming down here for Nice, and just going to be continuing to build up into his mid game. Obviously, you do need some sort of Twilight upgrade to make your gateway units a bit more viable, and you do need that forge, of course, for the same sort of reasons, just for general upgrades throughout the course of the game. Siege tank going to be popping out in a moment or two. A couple more Marines as well. Again, this Viking also going to pop in a moment or so. And, yeah, just going to be seeing a few of these units just going to be gathering up to the right side. Would of mine will move on into position and burrow to the side here as well, I imagine. Yeah, charge on the way up. +1 armor on the way up. Phoenix on the way up. A lot of stuff coming down right now. 5 extra gateways in the main base too. We're really just seeing everything building up into the 3 bases. Phoenix lifts a mine there, Oracles. Obviously coming in for the Revelation. Nice little way to do a little bit of something. As the engineering base, second one comes up here. uThermal actually hasn't started the first upgrade. I guess he wants to go 1-1 at the same time or so. Interesting to delay. I mean, obviously he's not delaying the first upgrade. He's just forgetting to start it. But I wonder if he does. I mean, he obviously wants to go 1-1. Usually you just go 1 upgrade in TvP. It's very rare to see the 2 upgrades at the same time until you get towards 2-2. Unless you really delay them, which I guess this is sort of delayed. I mean, you could have started +1 already, though. Anyways, 4 extra racks for uThermal. He's going to start pushing forwards. Very similar to the push he did against Cyan. If you guys were watching the earlier TvP we had on screen, this is very similar to that right here as we see these tanks, Marines, and SCVs coming across. We're looking to take this fight over in this location. Down on the low ground, tanks will siege up from a distance. And I guess we'll see how much they can do. No stim pack, by the way, and that's still something which hasn't started here. So it's a very late stim. It's very late everything, apart from kind of bunkers and tanks. And he is very reliant on this initial push. Being able to do quite a lot to, you know, really kind of solidify his position in the game until he gets, you know, other upgrades such as stim, +1/+1, etc. finished. Still no stims done. His extra racks have just finished and are now building tech labs and further reactors. Revelation comes down. Oh, nice. He's going to try and fight this before the bunkers are done, which I guess makes sense. The Phoenix come in and they will lift up the siege tanks. And uThermal's getting cleaned up, is he? Yeah, I think he is. The Zealots are getting rid of all the tanks. The Marines are disappearing. And uThermal does not have a lot left over after this. As we're going to be seeing the 2 bunkers here. They're going to get cleaned up as well. Wow, everything goes down for uThermal. Nice jumps on this before uThermal is ready. And now all of a sudden uThermal, well, what does he actually have at home? Well, considering he still hasn't started Stimpack, that's a pretty huge deal. He's got a huge amount of time in this game until his bioforces really become, you know, very viable at all. And Nice is going to start pushing out onto the map. He's going to go and see if he can just put an end to this game. Phoenix already picking up Marine after Marine. Tank will siege up between the bases. And this Templar Archives coming down as well. Double Forge, a transition here from Nice. The Double Forge, I guess he wants to go shield upgrades as well as armor and attack. In general, Nice just setting up into the rest of this. I mean, it feels as though he has to realize that he did do a lot in the last kind of engagement, though, and he has to maybe feel there's some opportunity for him to do a bit more right now. I mean, the Phoenix gave him the information that there is not a lot of Marines here. This Wolf's a little bit frustrating as he pulls on forwards. You're going to see the whole position SCVs will make this a little bit annoying. Sentries coming in to try and force field potential. You're going to see the tanks will be lifted, though, by the Phoenix. And now the Zealots have made their way through to those Marines as well. They keep on charging forwards, and uThermal, he will just be losing the tanks. He will be losing the Marines, and I don't think there's anything else left over here for him to really keep on fighting with. Those tanks are actually kind of putting up a bit of a fight, but so many Zealots still. And that third CC is continuing to drop. Only 45 workers left over as well. First CC is actually going to go down. Doesn't get lifted in time. And Nice will take game number 1. Into this. Let's double click a couple things as well. Ah, and I have got the rest of the laser replays, so that's nice as well. That means that we can... yeah, that means we can actually set up the... that means we can actually look to see... We'll do another poll after this to determine with the laser replays mixed in which series you guys do want to see. I appreciate we've had a lot of polls, but better to do another one just to get a good idea of whichever replays we should cast for the rest of the day. Always good, isn't it? Refinery coming up, gas into racks for uThermal. We'll see if he wants to get aggressive with Proxy Factory, something he did use against Neeb earlier today. Didn't use it against Cyan though, so might not go for it. Racks just setting on up, and just going to be seeing this SCV coming on over and looking to see what it can get up to, I suppose. So uThermal coming on over to the right-hand side. There's Probe going straight up through the center of the map towards the upper left-hand side, having a bit of a scout around as well. Obviously, the SCV to the far right is very suggestive of the proxy play, the aggressive play, rather than the, oh, I'm going to sit back and have a party sort of play. But you see this scout in, he's just going to see very standard stuff so far. We'll not see, you know, a missing racks or anything. And uThermal will bring an SCV down to the low ground to make this look like an expand. Actually, maybe he does expand. No, okay. I was going to say, he doesn't have a lot of gas to actually do anything with, but he actually had the factory already queued up. So the factory begins to build, and uThermal with the aggression in game 2 to try and take the draw in this series. uThermal drew already against Neeb and a laser. Won against Cyan. As you do see this probe coming through the center of the map, and just going to be seeing this factory continue to build on up. Nexus will be finishing in a few moments as well. And it's all about this factory. Cyclone on the way, of course. I mean, that's what we expect. This is exactly what he did against Neeb. uThermal coming into today with a pretty kind of consistent set of builds, I feel. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Depth comes down to the low ground, and now he's just going to be patrolling this out the front as we go see that Cyclone just a few seconds away from finishing up here. And CC back at home beginning to expand here, uThermal. It's a Stargate as well from Nice. Now he does have a pylon up, but no mothership core. So very similar sort of scenario to Neeb where, yeah, okay, he's got a pylon, but without the mothership core, that pylon doesn't really mean a lot. He will build the mothership core immediately here, though, now. With that mothership core coming through, we'll start making a bit of a difference. 2 Adepts and a Probe surround on the Cyclone. SCVs will repair it, though. He will stay alive, and now Cyclone Team Marines will probably just back away from this pylon, I guess. We'll probably not continue to try and fight it, as he's going to try and target down another couple of probes already. There's the overcharge. Cyclone survives for now. Pulls back. That's the issue, though. There's only one overcharge so far, and obviously now you got to wait 45 more energy for another one. There's only so much time that Nice can buy at the moment. Oracle on the way out, and well, we're going to be seeing the Cyclone getting to work on this pylon here once again. So starting this off, getting this going. You're going to see probes dropping. We're going to see Adepts dropping as well. This pylon going to go down as well in just a few moments. So, I mean, this is sort of an issue, right? I mean, the Oracle's on its way up, but there's double Cyclone to lock onto it, triple Marine. I love that Nice has been able to keep alive his Adepts here. I think the fact he's still got those will mean a lot when he comes in with the Oracle to try and fight. As this Cyclone didn't even lock on just yet. Now it does lock on. It pulls away. Just stays alive. Cyclone on 4 HP now being repaired. Oracle does die to the final shot of this Cyclone before it's out of range. SCV is killed, so no more repairs. That Cyclone's being chased again. Lock-ons are here. And that means the mothership core is now going to go down just before it gets a new overcharge. All of a sudden, this is absolute disaster starting to strike as we're going to see these Cyclones continuing to work their way through this. Oracle comes in again. We are going to see that Cyclone picking off. And actually, this Oracle picks off 2 of the Cyclones now. uThermal's starting to be cleaned out here. Remember, he does have the expansion at home, so the follow-up for him is not, you know, it's possible to kind of go, you know, it is possible to go into a fairly stand-up. He is going to be in a situation where he's going to be without a starport, though, so that's something you keep in mind. Starting up his second and third racks now, is going to see these Cyclones fighting again, just going for probes right now. The more probes he gets, the better this is. This one last Marine could turn onto a probe, but he doesn't pay attention. And that will be that. 34 SCVs to 25 workers with double mule on the map. uThermal comes out of this with quite a lead in economy. Missing the starport does hurt, but I think it's probably good enough for now. Again, guys, just in case you're joining us and you're wondering about the best of 2, we are just playing 2 maps per series here. 2 maps get played no matter what, and the map score is what allows players to move on through into the playoffs. So we're going to see a couple of Stalkers here poking at that bunker. A few of our Stalkers pulling back here. Oracle through the center of the map as well. +1 weapons on the engineering bay. Factory's going to finish up a Widow Mine in a moment, and it will move in towards the mineral line. to try and do a little bit more. So WardiTV pushes in, and this is annoying now because the Oracles are not in position to deal with this. A pylon on the third CC, which is building, is actually a really nice way to try and deny this. Oh man, nice. Is just now going to find that factory again. As WardiTV picking up 4 kills right away. Oracle is here, Revelation will come down. But again, uThermal just being a nuisance, being annoying. I don't know what that pylon's going to be used for. Maybe just warps in a Zealot or so. uThermal with some SCVs pre-pulled onto this bunker. Second bunker coming up. Can't blame him. Obviously his production has been limited up until now, and so now he's continuing to build into this kind of production. He just wants to make sure he survives while he's only on a low number of Marines against what is actually a fairly decent army of Nice. As the Marine and Marauder count gathers together, there's a second bunker too, and I think the SCV count will probably be okay to deal with this. The third CC is going to lift off, realizing that this pylon is not here to be friends. He's going to lift off and go towards the natural expansion with it. See an SCV being picked off. Stalkers as well, looking to see what else they can do. SCVs looking to fully surround this bunker right now as we see Stalkers and Oracles in the sky. Nice, going to get ready to try and bust on through. Here we go. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe not. Thought it was. And SCV just go down, and here we go. Going to see one SCV picked up. Another one taking a little bit of damage here. Second SCV. I mean, again, it's about poking in, finding the right moment. I'd love to see some sentries force field the the units away from these bunkers, the SCVs. Let yourself take them down so much more easily, as the Marines are going to get rid of 2 of the Oracles. The other one doesn't have that much energy. The Marauders here as well. The Stalkers are taking too much damage. A third Oracle dies. Nice is running out of steam, and in fact, he's just going to give it up. GG. uThermal takes game 2. It's a draw between